We interrupt this program for a special news report. Here is Joan Hart.
I'm Joan Hart, and this is a special report. If you are just joining us, we are awaiting a press conference on the mysterious disappearance of Jesus of Nazareth, also known as the King of the Jews. It has been 3 days since his death and burial in the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea. But this morning, we've received breaking news that his body is not there. So what happened to Jesus' dead body? For this, we go to our chief correspondent, Dave Bradley, who is live in Jerusalem. Good afternoon, Dave.
Good afternoon, Joan.
Has there been any news on the whereabouts of Jesus' body yet?
No, at least not a dead body, but rather a resurrected Jesus. That is the story coming up out of Jerusalem this morning.
Wait a minute, Dave. Do you expect us to believe that Jesus is back from the dead?
I know it sounds crazy, Joan, but as time goes by, more and more people are coming forward, and they're making statements that they have seen Jesus, that he is indeed alive and well. Some are saying that they've spoken with him. Some even say they've eaten with him, Joan.
Well, this must be quite embarrassing for the Jewish and Roman officials. Can you tell us about that, Dave?
I'm sorry, I missed that last question, but as you can see, a Roman official is coming to the podium, so let's go there live now.
Good morning. My name is Maltus. I am speaking on behalf of the governor, and I have been asked to read this statement. The claims that Jesus has resurrected from the dead are false. Furthermore, it is to our great embarrassment that the guards posted at the tomb fell asleep. Taking advantage of this, the disciples stole Jesus' dead body. Again, any claims that Jesus is resurrected from the dead are false. I will now answer a few questions.
Did they see Jesus rise from the dead?
Were the soldiers really sleeping?
Were they bribed?
Please, one at a time.
Maltus, is it true that the tomb was heavily guarded and secured in anticipation of this body snatching?
As previously stated, the guards fell asleep.
Maltus, can you tell us how the tomb was sealed?
Yes, the tomb is actually a shallow cave dug into the side of a limestone cliff. We rolled a large stone in front of the mouth to the tomb and sealed it with hot wax, so that in the event that the stone was moved, the seal would be broken.
Well, how much did the stone weigh?
About 1 ton.
So, you mean about 2,000 pounds?
Yes.
Is it true that several hundred feet of body wrappings were unwound from the body before it was taken away?
Yes, they were found neatly folded in the tomb.
Is it not also true that there was an earthquake around the time that the body disappeared?
Yes, I believe so.
Maltus, you expect us to believe that the guards you placed at the tomb fell asleep during an earthquake, and while they were sleeping, several of Jesus' followers came and rolled a 2,000-pound stone away from the tomb, and then they stayed there and unwrapped and neatly folded several hundred feet of body wrappings?
You don't believe this any more than we do you,
Look,
Maltus?
I am only a soldier. I am not allowed to interject my personal opinions into matters of the state. That is all the time I have. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Oh, wait a minute. Someone else is coming to the podium.
Excuse me, I have something to say.
Who are you?
I'm Mary Magdalene. I'm one of Jesus' close friends. I was at the tomb this morning.
Can you tell us what you saw?
Well, I went down to the tomb with some of the other women to anoint the Lord's body, and he wasn't there.
Can you tell us what you saw in the tomb?
Yeah, the grave clothes were folded and in a pile. We were so afraid and confused, and then I saw 2 men in dazzling robes.
Were these men guards?
No, they were angels. One of them asked me why I was looking for the living among the dead. He told me Jesus, who'd been crucified, had risen, just like he said. He told us to run and tell the disciples. So we ran as fast as we could, and then I met Jesus face to face.
How did you know for sure it was Jesus that you saw?
Oh, it was Jesus, all right. He called me by name. I fell at his feet and worshipped him. He is alive. Oh, and you can tell Joseph he can have his tomb back. Jesus doesn't need it anymore. He is alive.
Wait.
Well, there you have it, Joan, an eyewitness to the resurrection of Jesus. She insists that he's alive. So the question for us to ask ourselves now is, if he is indeed alive, what does that mean for us? This is Dave Bradley, live from Jerusalem.
Okay, Dave. We'll have more on this story, so please stay with us as we continue our coverage on Jesus' resurrection and what does that mean for us.
That was a special report from Joan Hart. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.